All right, y'all. I knew it was going to be a little sound issue. Hold on. Okay. All right, y'all. I knew it was going to be a little sound issue. Hold on. Okay, so let me know if y'all hear any feedback or anything. Q, do you hear anything on your end?
I can hear you, Shannon.
All right. What about our fellow creators? Can y'all hear both of us right now? Let's see, we have Joseph waiting. Hey, Joseph. We'll bring you on in just a moment, okay? All right, I see some more comments popping up now, so that's good. Anybody on the Facebook side, join us on the YouTube. And let me go ahead and put that link here because the Facebook side doesn't allow us to see your comments. So if you're on Facebook Live right now, join us over on the YouTube side. And I'll go ahead and grab that link for you. So we are excited. We had our first ever physical workshop and we had a blast. Trying to see if I can get the rest of y'all in here. Grab that link. And there we go. I'm going to go ahead and put it in the comments. And hopefully it shows up in the comments on Facebook too. I'm not sure. But that's the direct link to the live. And if y'all want to save that link sometimes, this will give you access, like even while YouTube is uploading the video, if you missed anything, you want to go back. If you save that and go to that specific link, even if it's uploading and it's not available to the public yet, you will be able to do that replay. All right. Awesome. All right. So officially, hello, everyone. What's up, my loves and fellow creatives? It is so exciting to be able to get to a point where we can see one another. So that's the fun part. You know, us crafters, we like to be a little social as well. So we have been in the box. And then once we get out of the box, you know, the creativity is flowing even more. So that we got a chance to do that this past weekend, and we're doing it again this weekend. I want to introduce you, if you don't already know, to my girl Q, and she is a sublimator extraordinaire, and also knows how to sew, knows how to use Glowforge, pretty much anything you can imagine she can create. So she is definitely a force when it comes to the creative side. So Q, would you like to say anything, introduce yourself?
Why you always put me on the spot? Before you put me on the spot, though, E said let her in because she's trying. Okay.
Okay. Here she goes. Yeah, I'm looking at the counter. Hey, my love.
Hi.
He's in the kitchen putting in some work.
Now I'm gonna turn the camera off. See?
It's okay. It's all right. That's all right. Because whatever it is, I'm sure it's good. But Erica too. Erica was phenomenal. I mean, I don't see how this would have came together without this trio. I am extremely blessed to even have come across these very loving, creative, and protective spirits. So it's definitely been a blessing. So I will go ahead and give you a little background on what we did and are doing again this weekend. So we have all over sublimation, right? Everybody wants to know how to do all over sublimation with the 13 by 19 sheets. So we did that tiling method, right? And then on top of that, we did another shirt where we did the 13 by 19 print We taught you a method of how to press the sleeves where you get like a little fade off effect and you can press both sleeves at one time. We did in addition to that, which is Erica's claim to fame, which is the blinging. Okay. And that was a new thing as well. And then we did some socks. We went through the taco method. Y'all always ask me what the taco method is when I describe it. And it's a really simple method. So when you don't mix up your left and right sock versus your left and right image. And then also we worked on the swimwear component, which was a cut and sew. And you learned all about fabrics, all about how to set up your sewing machine. That was a big, big, huge part of this situation, because a lot of us have sewing machines. I'm guilty myself that I don't know how to set up yet. So we did have that going on as well. So I just want to, I'm going to bring on Joseph. Let me know if you're ready, love. You can go ahead and there we go. We're going to bring on one of our participants here. And then I'm going to let Joseph tell you a little bit about his experience. And E, you want me to bring you back on? You ready? There we go. Okay. Joseph, how you doing?
I'm good. How are you?
Doing all right. Have you been busy since the workshop?
No.
No.
No, I've been ordering uniforms, doing my girls basketball thing right now, so trying to get ready for the season.
Awesome. And was there anything that that you got a chance to experience at the workshop that you want to share with the people?
So I finally learned how to do an all-over shirt.
Woo woo!
I did my first one yesterday.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm doing another one in like another hour once I finish designing, just to
Awesome.
practice on.
Mm-hmm.
So that's what I wanted to learn. That's what I finally learned. So I'm happy about that.
That's amazing. So in this case, you did the you're doing the 13 by 19 that you're putting together as one.
Yes.
36 by, it probably ends up being like a 36 by 40 type of image. And then it requires 4 or 5 presses, depending on what size shirt you're doing. And so you were able to get that process down and you're ready to take on some orders and do it now?
Not quite yet.
You're working on that?
Yeah.
Okay, and I appreciate the honesty too. Is there anything that you would like to see at a future workshop?
Not that I can think of right now.
Yeah.
I'm thinking Photoshop, but you've already covered that, so not that I can think of right now.
All right. Well, that's awesome. Did you get a chance to do the taco method with the socks?
Yes, I've done 15 pairs of socks so far.
Yeah, awesome. Did that method help out any with how you traditionally do your socks?
Very much so. It's a lot
easier. Awesome. That's what we like to hear. And what about the blinging? Did you get a chance to do the blinging?
No, I left before that. I had to DJ.
Oh, okay. So we gotta show you that part, because that's gonna add a whole nother level to your sublimation business.
Okay.
Especially, it is not just for the ladies. The guys are getting things blinged out too, because it's just a flashy thing. So definitely that could add an additional element. I know you do a lot of like sneaker tees, like sneaker match tees and that sort of thing, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so you start throwing in those little elements, and you'll definitely have something different than anybody else on the block.
Okay.
So I'm super proud of you. Super excited that you got a chance to come out and bless us with your talent too. I don't know if you want to show off, if you have anything to show off right now, but you showed us some of your artwork and it is phenomenal. And we're really, really proud of what you can do just with your own talents. And then you're adding, the knowledge of the templates and some of the knowledge of our processes and that sort of thing. So being able to pull all that together, we are definitely proud of you and want to promote you as well. So if you have anything you want to show off right now, have at it. This is your time to shine.
I don't. That's the thing.
I didn't mean to put you on the spot like that. I thought maybe you have something laying around, or even if you have something on the computer and you wanted to show it or whatever, you could share your screen and show. But I just want to let people know that I'm
on my phone, so I don't have nothing to show.
Got you. Well, if you find anything you pull up by the time we're done with this, or you want to share it in the NA Creatives group,
okay,
feel free to share your artwork, because I think it's helpful for people to know like that we all come from different levels. We have people that have never touched sublimation before, never touched Photoshop before in the class. And they, I think, did phenomenal. Like you couldn't tell the difference between those who've never touched Photoshop, never touched Sublimation, and those who, who have, because we were all learning a little bit of something. So that's why I'm so super proud of y'all, and I got to brag on y'all a little bit. So I'm going to check the chat, see if we have any questions for anyone. Anyone have any questions about the workshop, or maybe even any input on upcoming workshops, what y'all really want to learn, what we can bring to the experience of sublimation in Photoshop? What's up, Corey? Corey says, way to go, Joseph.
Thank you, Corey. I appreciate it.
Yeah. All right, loves. Let's see. Cue you back. Oh, there you go. All right, so I have a couple of physical samples from the workshop that we pressed, and hopefully you can see what I have here. So we talked about the bling shirt. Of course, we did the all over. I have on an all over shirt. The method that we used was with the board, and I'm gonna go ahead and show y'all some photos as well. So we'll walk through. Well, let me show you my video first, and then I'll show y'all some photos. How about that? All right, so the shirt that we did with the different methods, this is it. Has the sleeves there. So one thing that we learned to do was how to use we have a little magic template that designs a whole bunch of things at one time. So we did learn how to do some patterns. And in those patterns, it has the sleeve print, and we're able to put both sleeves on the heat press at once and press those so that it gives your t-shirt a little extra oomph and it doesn't just look like a plain white tee. And then of course you have the 13 by 19 print here with the bling. I don't know how well it's blinging, but it looks like it's blinging for y'all. This was super fun. I didn't know how simple this was, but Erica was able to bring the bling. And I think this is definitely going to add another element of customization, something for your business to stand out amongst everybody else, especially amongst like just regular old vinyl or regular old square sublimation that somebody could just press on a shirt. You all are definitely upgrading the process with that. And then in addition to that, we did some socks, and we learned the taco method so that your socks pretty much line up as you're walking to the front. They also line up in the back. And I know that's an issue for a lot of people. Like, you don't know once you press the front, which way you flip the sock to get the image to continue on the back. So we did a very, very simple method that becomes like an aha moment. Like, okay, I'm never doing my socks another way. Taco method is what it's going to be from here on out. So those were some of the things that we learned. We also did custom license plates. So I'm going to cut to the video here, or the screen here. Hold on just a second. And we'll go through some of the images and photos that were taken. Here we go. All right, so I'm just gonna briefly go. Look at you right there, Joseph. Look, contemplating about that all over right there. So this is the all over method that everyone started out with. I think we're gonna do this last next time and do the other stuff first, so we can build up to the all over. But it was definitely an experience for most folks to be able to finally tackle it and say they got it done. So we had 4 sheets here. We put them together, and then you all went to the press. Y'all lined up your pieces, and it sounds easy, but lining up those pieces, especially for the first time, was a big deal. So we did some little tips and tricks how to get over that. And look at y'all just looking so beautiful and happy. When I got a chance to look over these pictures, I started smiling because I saw y'all smiling, and I realized how much fun y'all were having. And there we are at the press, the mighty old press, figuring out how to do the 4 presser sections. And it's just one thing that I learned over this process: black in general, if you heat black up to more than like 60 seconds, it's going to tap out on you and start browning. So it was not, you know how we were having this big issue right here? I just happen to have black in the center of the design. The issue is pretty much that if you're going to do a press that requires more than one press, do your best not to have solid black in the middle of your shirt where all 4 presses come together. That's what that lesson taught us. But other than that, I think everything came out really great. That's Tanya. And if you notice the difference here, Tanya has the big boy print from the 44-inch printer. And then we did the prints with the 13 by 19 sheets. So we ended up doing some towel in there. And I wanted y'all to see the difference between the two. All right, that's me and E there. Showing off. Look, I just want y'all to see these smiles. These smiles are so genuine. I promise y'all had me going all day. I was team no sleep. I think E and Q were also team no sleep or very little sleep.
Yes.
Chime in on them. But y'all gave us life. Y'all gave us energy. Y'all made it worthwhile. We didn't take a nap on y'all not one bit this entire day. So you know that there was energy, there was love, there was creativity flowing in the building. And this was such a fun experience. Look at Tanya. Tanya is just such a beautiful soul that has been rocking with us from the very beginning. And these are the two Tanyas here, Natanya and Tanya. So yeah, y'all look, there's the difference here between the 16 by 20 multi-press, which you have to kind of get it together. You have to practice it a few times, practice putting your images together. But I see this image looks very much seamless. The issues that you see here come from pressing multiple presses, and you just have to get good with how to press, like how to reduce those lines. And it's just really a process that you have to do over and over again to get it just right. All right. And then Tanya's there with her. She had the continuous print. So you can see there is no, she still did 4 presses, but you can see with that type of print that is continuous, you end up with a lot less issues. So that's something we can tell too. And although the True Colors, now I will tell you the regular desktop True Colors ink is what's on the right. And then the Big Boy Pro ink is on the left. And you can clearly see that Pro ink is much bolder. It's so much more saturated and vibrant that sometimes I even have to turn it down when I don't want something to be so saturated and vibrant. So that was a good experience that we got to see too, the differences in the ink. But we were able to get our really good gamut of colors with the True Colors on the 13 by 19. We used the 16650 printer. And we also had a Sawgrass printer available too. So that's it. Look at our beautiful host. Y'all them tired smiles. Like, yeah. But gorgeous nonetheless. Look, we got a custom tag here. We did that during the last part of the workshop. Everyone designed their own tag and brought in their own image and changed the text there. Yes, and Natanya came with it with her logo ready to go. She was coordinated with it. Like Pop said, you got to coordinate. All right, and of course, this is us one more again, showing off product. So Pro Academy made a debut, and it was beautiful. Q, I got to tell you, you definitely broke it down. When most people say that, you know, a sewing class is not really for beginners, you broke it down to the beginners of the beginners. And I think that folks can really appreciate that. This is Q teaching here. Everyone brought their own sewing machines, and Q even brought some additional machines just in case. And those machines came in handy because some of the folks who came brought their sewing machines, but they didn't have the pedal, the foot pedal. And the foot pedal is how you have more control when you're sewing to slow things down and speed things up. So she was able to utilize her sewing pedals to make sure that they were able to get that full experience. And that knowledge, like that is knowledge that if you didn't know when you came into this class, now you know. All right, and this is Q teaching about fabrics. She had different types of polyester fabrics and explained the different uses, from the stretch polyester that you use for the swimwear to woven to a different type of t-shirt fabric that has a spun polyester that feels soft like cotton, and then another polyester t-shirt fabric that feels it's not that slick kind of fiber, but it has a little bit more of a thicker hand to it, so you don't see through it so much, but it had a very matte finish to it. So all of those fabrics she brought us, she brought the whole bolt so that you could even buy the fabric if you wanted to right then and there, if you really want to get started on some projects. So she came with it on that. This is me paying attention. Look, that's how I know I'm learning. If I'm really interested in something, I'm paying attention. All right. And of course, they're learning how to use the weights there that Q made for the Sew Pro Academy, using those custom weights in order to cut out with the rotary cutter. So y'all see everybody working hard and proud. And then we did a little piece where I showed you how you can take any Innate Lab t-shirt template and bring it into the swimsuit template, and it will automatically resize and fit within whatever size you choose. So these are all the different sizes. And I believe the sizes go from a 3T all the way up to a ladies 2X. So this is her showing you how to thread the machines that went on, how to thread the whole machines, how to thread the needle. Some of you have automatic machines. She was very, very knowledgeable and was able to walk each person through their individual machines. All right. And that was a photographer that happened to pop up, a photographer from Atlanta that we will even have the chance to work with in Atlanta. But she just came through. We happened to be at a museum. It was called the American Beach Museum. And although the museum was shut down, we had some people pop up that we made some great connections during the time that we were in this facility. All right. And these are the bathing suit cutouts. And some more proud folks. And I think that's it. I think we worked through it all. There you are. There you are again, Joseph. And I know, Joseph, I know that it had to be hard for you. We got to get you a taller table because I know you're taller, so you had to bend down and try to put those pieces together. I'm sure that could have been a little easier. All right, so that's it, loves. I'm going to go on back to the camera mode. Oh, before I do, let me show you where it is that you can sign up for the one on the 17th. Okay, so the one on the 17th, we're doing the same exact thing. So those that came the 10th, I wouldn't sign up for the 17th unless you just really wanted a reiteration of what we did. But I believe from what I saw, everybody that came on the 10th, you did your thing and y'all really demonstrated that you understood what it was that you came there to learn. Yes, eventually there will be a virtual version of this. But right now what we do is we retire whatever we're doing for one class, and then we'll make a virtual version of it. And then we'll go on to new topics for the physical version. So that way the physical class is the new, the cutting edge, the whatever we come out with that we want to do next, and on the verge of being the next new thing, like the bling with the sub. We're definitely going to do that in person first, let it absorb through the in-person workshops, and then we'll do a recorded virtual version that you'll be able to purchase even if you can't come to the physical workshop. So absolutely. All right, and let's see, do y'all have any questions while I have my screen showing? Any questions for Q also with the sewing? I'm going to bring those images back, Q, just to let you know I'm bringing you back. And if anybody has questions for Erica with the bling stuff too, y'all just let us know. Oh, Natanya says, amazing class, sign up. Natanya, you're welcome to join on here too, if you want, to give any kind of feedback or testimonial. Natanya says, Q is amazing at what she does. She's very patient with you. Yes, she is. She definitely has that patience and that knowledge that doesn't have to overtalk you in order for you to understand. And that's super important, especially in beginner level. Oh, and Q, did you want to share anything? Did you want to add anything for the people?
Natanya says she doesn't know how to join.
Okay, no problem. Let me show you how to join. Let me share with my screen. Hold on. All right. Share screen. Uh-oh. All right. So here we are. So with the Academy, it's on the Innate Lab website, and let me grab the link for that.
No, Shannon, Natanya, she wants to join the SteamYard.
Oh, the StreamYard. Okay, that's what you're talking about. Okay, babe, I can definitely do that. Let me give you that link. I think it's here on StreamYard. I can. You know what? Forgot to put my little banner up. Let's see. How do we invite? There we go. I'm going to send you the link. As a matter of fact, I'm going to actually put it in the chat, in the comments. And you should be able to join from there. Now, if anyone has any questions or wants, just wants to ask us anything about what they might learn or what they expect to learn or want to learn in these type of workshops, you may feel free to click on that StreamYard link and you can go live with us. This is something new that we're trying, so just bear with us as we deal with the technology aspect of it.
And Shannon, while you're pausing, I guess I'll jump in real quick and just mention that I know Tanya had brought up she didn't sign up for the first sewing class because she was more focused on the project than the fact that it was a beginner sewing class. Mm-hmm. So I just wanted to reiterate for anybody else that may be interested, not to so much focus on the swimsuit aspect, because although we're going to be doing the swimsuit, my whole point for the beginner portion of it is to get you acclimated to your machine, to the different types of fabric, to get your comfort level up so that when you do decide to tackle a cut and sew, about the different stitches, what's required for stretch fabrics, what's required for wovens, and you don't feel like you're just so thrown in there. So that is a bigger portion of the beginner class, is getting that comfort level up so that when you go back home, you're not just feeling like you're tossed into a black hole and don't know where to go next, because anybody can take you into something and just say, do this and do that. But you don't really have an understanding of what you need to do. So that is the bigger portion of the Sub and Sew class. Is definitely getting you comfortable so that you can be successful at the cut and sew.
Right. And I'm glad you brought that up, because a lot of people might feel a little intimidated about that aspect, but this was so that you literally, like I said, I have three sewing machines I've never set up before. And just to be able to bring the sewing machine, figure out how to set it up, learn the tips and tricks to how you're going to start a stitch, end a stitch, all of that stuff is exactly what you're going to learn. So if you've been sitting on the fence about wanting to take a sewing class, this is the one to take. It's very, very beginner friendly. And we're going to make sure that you have that time to where you feel relaxed enough to even make your first seam, or press that pedal and not necessarily feel like you're going to mess your machine up or mess your entire project up. So absolutely, I would say that I understand beginner sewing classes, and this was very much a beginner sewing class. So please don't feel like you have to already know your machine or already know how to sew in order to attend. Melissa says, how much is the class? The class right now is $200. It's supposed to be $250, but we're doing this introductory because we want people to get used to how we teach, what we bring to the table, and what you walk away with. You're walking away with projects that in hand, knowledge that you can put to use as soon as you get home, templates that you can use as soon as you get home, and really and truly is valued at way more than that. We're just trying to get you acclimated to how we teach and what you can expect from an Innate Academy workshop. Okay. All right. So I think we have some special guests here. We have Tanya and Natanya, which is our two Tanyas that blessed us with their presence at the Academy. Would y'all like to speak? And you could just well, Tanya, you're unmuted right now, so you want to go ahead and say something?
Look, this Tanya, the Tanya from Atlanta.
This Tanya wants to say something. This Tanya wants to say something.
Absolutely. I came to testify tonight with y'all this fine evening. I heard Shannon. I heard what you said about me. Thank you, Shannon. I have been rocking with Shannon for a minute. And E2, I get on her nerve every now and then, but I would say I thought I was quite familiar and actually halfway decent with sublimation. And I have a 36-inch printer. So I knew that I wasn't going to be tiling, but I really wanted the experience because I have a lot of friends and associates who don't. And I can't say, well, you can do this if I can't do this. So it was great to get hands-on experience. It was easy, not easy to do. But yet it was fun and it was challenging. So I definitely didn't back down from that challenge. And I've done rhinestone before, so I was like, ooh, that's a good addition. I never thought to put those two together. Mm-hmm. So when I found out that E was teaching that, because she is the bling queen, I was like, okay, let me see what's going on here. And I found out how easy that was to integrate and how we are leaving money on the table. E is not, because she's been doing this, but the rest of us have been leaving money on the table. That process, as quick as it was, is an easy $10 to $20 increase in your price. Okay, now you times that by 10. Okay, you mathematicians, go ahead and take over. All right, and you got some money right there. So that was awesome. That really was. Matter of fact, after I left Florida, I picked up my family and we came to North Carolina. So that's where we are. But I brought my shirt. My sister said, ooh, when she went to touch it, Erica said, these are Lux stones. Not for touching, just looking. Okay. Check that bling right there. But the socks, I hadn't done socks like that before. And I can tell you, I got a whole pile of them at home where I had messed up because I hadn't flipped right or wasn't paying attention. So that taco method is legit. Right. And so I apologized to Q and I, we got to talking and she was like, oh, you could have took the class. And I told her, I said, I was so focused on the project bathing suit. I said, well, that's not really like, I couldn't even see me doing it. And then as I talked to her, she said, but we're doing such basic beginner information. And I was like, oh, and I told her, and I even put it in my post on the Facebook group. And I said, I was thinking project, not process. So it was great to kind of get that information from her. And as I see the pictures and hear people share, and I was like, I kicked myself. I was like, oh, you're so stupid, because I wasn't thinking you're going to get basic information. I've never touched a sewing machine and I want to touch a sewing machine. So the next time
for ones that wanted to do, I think it now, Natasha has a class too, but you needed to kind of have some beginner understanding before you were able to do that. So this would be a great precursor to any sewing class where somebody is not necessarily showing you your particular machine. Like she walked through anybody's particular machine, and even have machines available if you needed to rent a machine. Like if you weren't sure whether you're going to do sewing, and I just want to rent a machine for the day just so I can kind of get the feel of it and see what type of machine I want to purchase. So when I saw all of y'all come with your machines and she was showing everyone how to work them, I was like, I think I want that machine now. So
Yeah.
actually, I'm going to buy a different machine just because of, what I saw everybody come with and how it functioned. So absolutely. And I know you're on vacation and everything, but we'll have another opportunity and we'll be coming to Atlanta, and there'll be a class in Charleston too.
Whoop, whoop.
So yeah, absolutely. We encourage you to rethink that on the sewing tip. And we're working through some things too to make the sewing class so where the beginners have a segment, and then those who may not necessarily be a beginner, which I think everybody still needs that refresher to come in and understand their machines. And then we can get into the latter part of the actual sewing. So we're working through some ways to pull it together better for you all as well. So we're learning through this process too, and learning how long of a day it was.
It was a long day. It was a long day.
I came
But
home. I thought we were going to party and hang out and stuff. I ate and I passed out. I was sleep.
me too. I even went to sleep too.
I
But
think
I
I
just
passed
wanted.
out while I was eating. I was like, oh, they was like, look at Shannon over there, and my eyes was closed. So I was eating.
Before Tanya get off, I do want to say I've been trying to get her shirt for the longest.
No, ma'am.
Color Pro ink was
Whoop, whoop.
it was legit. Like the true color was gorgeous, don't get me wrong. But that Pro, that vibrancy of those colors, I was like, Tanya, put that shirt down and see what happens. I'm watching.
Yeah, Tanya held on to her Pro colors.
That's exactly right.
Did.
And I met a new friend, Tanya Squared. We were in the building in a small group, 2 Tanyas. That's almost something funny. But so I got to meet Tanya. But before I hop off, I just want to say it was my absolute pleasure. Shannon, I'm so grateful for you. And so they were asking me, we didn't really kind of do introductions, and they were saying, well, how do you know, how did you meet Shannon? Had to think. And so I said, I hired someone to do a design for me, and he had been posting some phenomenal work. That's okay. This guy is it. This guy knows his way around Photoshop. My twins are graduating from high school. I started their junior year because I thought it was going to be a process. So he sent me this thing, and I was like, what in the world? And I posted in a few Facebook groups, and I said, hey, can anybody design a t-shirt for me? My twins are graduating high school. Shannon said, oh, hit me up. I can design. So here's another person, saying that they can design Photoshop. And I was kind of pushed to the side because I had such a bad experience. Right. And then she gave me her website, and I checked her out. I was like, whoo, this lady knows what she's doing. So I watched her for a minute, and then I said, okay. So I paid for the shirt. And when I tell you, when I wear that shirt out, I get so many compliments on it. And I wish I could tell the lie and say, oh, I did this myself. No, I didn't have the skill set. I do now after rocking with Shannon for over a year. But at the time, I say, oh, this was made for me by Shannon. They were like, oh, who's Shannon? I'm like, oh, why you don't know? Okay, anyway.
Let me tell you a little bit about it.
Right. So I'm so blessed to have you, in my life. However we cross paths, I'm so glad. And if you want that Tanya, you got to level up. Tanya, you want that ink, you got to level up, babe. You got to get that big machine, get those ink, they fly off when people see them.
Talk her into it too much more.
I know she definitely wanted it. So, but thank you so much. I appreciate the opportunity. So I can't wait to see you guys in Atlanta. And we're gonna do it all over again. And I'm gonna be right there. So if you need some assistance, I'm here for you. Let me know what you need.
And those of you who are on the live tonight, Tanya is one of our approved artists. So meaning that she has gone through a rigorous program of being in the academy, purchasing many templates on her own before she even became certified. So she is really serious about being able to design and also coach others if you get stuck on templates. So Tanya is definitely a resource that you all can go to. She is an approved vendor for artwork, for printing, and also for coaching. So, and when I place somebody in front of you like Erica and Q and Tanya, these are folks that are vetted and trusted in the same type of values that I have about not just the art, but about people, and about how what you're doing is investing in people, and how that investment really pays off in the long run for all of us. So we all have those similar concepts. We're not, folks that are going to steer you wrong, or, oh, I want this for myself, so I'm going to give you this bull crap, and then I'm going to take your idea and go over here and do something else. That's not what we're about. We are truly about this network and building this really strong team of folks, and you all are all included in the team. As long as you're part of the Innate Creatives, as long as you're part of the Innate Lab Templates or the Innate Academy, True Colors Inc., all of that is an extension of our appreciation for the art, for the work. And we don't want it to be diluted. We don't want the drama. We want to keep things strong, and we want to keep you all growing as far as business goes. That's our objective. All right, Miss Sexy MS saying, I'm on the way to get a big printer and press. Woo! Congratulations!
All right. Whoop, whoop.
Yes. And don't, like I said, don't worry about being perfect, y'all. Just get out there and do it. Get out there and do it. Put yourself out there. And I guarantee you that your work is good enough as it is right now. And you will grow iteratively as people need things, and as you get better, as things change. And as long as you put yourself out there, you're ready for the growth.
Yeah. All these ladies are amazing. I went in there and I met a bunch of amazing ladies and gentlemen. And when I tell you the price that they charge for this class, you're coming out there with more knowledge than what they're asking for this class. You're coming out there. I mean, the projects alone is enough, and then what they give you and the knowledge itself. And there's no questions that they didn't answer. I even talked to Erica. They're telling you about your wealth. Don't shortball yourself. Just, people don't want to pay for your prices, then move on to the next. Somebody's going to pay for them. You know what you're working with. So it was really amazing to just kind of, have dialogue with these ladies and just kind of see where they're at on how to sell things, and just basically brainstorm with them and, get an understanding of what it is that you want to do and kind of stick with it. They're all amazing. That answered every question. We had plenty of fun. It wasn't no downtime, but at 13 by 19, whoo, that one was something else. By the time I finished, my back was like, okay, we're going to have to that problem.
That part.
But the whole experience from when I walked through that door till I walked, I didn't want to leave. Me and Tanya was one of the last ones to leave. We're like, look, we're eating all of this up as much as possible, because it was really, really, really a lot of fun. And I really enjoyed the whole atmosphere and all of y'all just spirit through the whole situation. And I left with a lot of knowledge. Like, that was my first all over that I felt like I was, okay, I had some mistakes, but now I know how to achieve it when I go home and do it myself. And I feel good about it. I know that I'm going to get it done. I hadn't touched it yet. I just got back yesterday. I've been working, but I'm ready to get out there and get that done. The bathing suit class, amazing. The knowledge, feeling the material is a lot of things that I didn't know. I thought I knew about material, but the 4-way, you would have had me crisscross, double stars with some bathing suits, thought I was doing something. Didn't know I needed 4-way, stretch in different ways and looking at an angle and lines, just different things that I didn't realize you have to take in accountability when making a bathing suit or just anything. That was a lot of knowledge to know. And I want to tell you, she started from beginners. We went from pulling somebody's on out of a brand new box and taking off the tape to like putting the bobbin in and thread in it. It was literally beginner friendly. And we walked out in there feeling comfortable, at least sewing on a sewing machine and going home to execute it, because we got the knowledge and the wealth to go home and do that. So it was a really, really, really good experience. I advise y'all to go ahead and do it. These ladies are amazing. Every one of them on each day. It wasn't like a day I could only talk to one person and a day I could talk to the next. Every day I was digging in their brains. We was talking. We was talking. It was cool. Like, don't let her inbox you and think she's cool. She's really cool, like full of knowledge. And her bling, I didn't realize how easy it was. I literally thought it was a hard process. And Erica broke it down and he was like, that's it?
Yeah.
That's
an extra $20 right now on that same shirt.
I was thinking on this bling. I kept running away from the bling because I thought it was a lot more process and detail into it. And Erica made it so easy. I was like, okay, let me just go order my medium, high, and low bling and see which one I'm going to use. A jacket.
Right.
Y'all,
And Erica's going to be doing an exclusive online class too, just for the bling, to show you how to break something down from a Photoshop template, whatever you want to actually be blinged out. She's going to do a separate class for that and really take her time with that. That's going to be like a little, probably like a 2 to 3 hour class, just showing you that process, how to break it down from the Photoshop template into your Silhouette or Cricut program, and basically do that rhinestone cutout feature. So then in the future, any design that you have, you can accent with stones and you'll know exactly how to do it. So this was like a teaser into, oh, we're going to get into some stuff. So he's going to be doing some bling stuff. Q is, she started her So Pro Academy. So we're going to have an exclusive class with her in the Innate Academy, but she's also going to branch out, and I'm talking about projects galore. And it'll be set up in a way in that you can start out with a particular project, a simple project, and then build your way up. So you might be sewing a pillow first, and then you'll move on to doing things like the leggings and the bathing suits, and of course the t-shirts. Is a big deal. But Q likes to focus on things outside of t-shirts. That's just what gets her going. So she might do a t-shirt when just to, hey, here you go, it's there, we got it. But really and truly, she's going to show you everything outside of t-shirts that you can possibly want to make on your own, especially with cut and sew. So G&D photography, you saying you need cut and sew, Q is definitely your person to learn it. Now Q don't cut and sew for you.
Definitely not. But I'll teach you what you need to know. And even though I don't really do a lot of t-shirts, honestly, once you have the basics down and you understand, you'll be able to take the same knowledge that you've gotten if you've never sewn and apply it to almost anything, because that's what I want to give you, is the knowledge, so that when you decide you want to do something other than what we're doing, you have something amazing that pops off in your head. I want you to be able to take those same skills and apply them to anything that you want to do. I don't want it just to be so project based that you can't reuse your skills.
Right. Yep. So she's absolutely correct. And like Tanya understands now, is the concept is the concept. And that's how I want you to feel about these templates too. I understand that I'm showing you all a lot of these concepts as t-shirt designs, but when you take that t-shirt contour outline off, you can imagine that as a backdrop, as a tumbler design, a pillow design, an all over, or a 13 by 19. So when we get into this, we're trying to help you expand your mind to understand what you see is not always what you have to get. You can see something and modify it or manipulate it to be whatever it is that you need it to be for whatever project you need. That's the tool that we're working. That's the muscle that we're working in the academy. Is, yeah, we're showing you some templates, but overall we're working your creative muscle. We're going to all get to a place where we can look at something and execute it and not need any instruction. It's going to be all standalone. And I see that happening for a majority of the people who've been in the academy since the beginning. Y'all are doing stuff and I'm like, hey, that's my template? No. Oh, okay. I see what they did. And they're able to take it to another level. Q has been taking these templates to another level, for the longest, and putting them on different products other than t-shirts, and showing you all how you can use these elements and remix them even. So I'm always super proud when I see that type of thing, because that's the goal. The goal is to give you a tool and to watch you take off.
Definitely. And I've been in the academy from when it first started. Even like I showed you, Shanon, when my daughter graduated and I wanted to start Sublimation, and that was my takeoff. From when we walked through doing her graduation, I was like, I'm gonna do this. And from then on, I've been buying templates and I've been in the academy, and it's been amazing. It's even more so face to face. And I'm a visual person, so I love watching things visually. And even though I've been doing majority, like the shirt stem and stuff, to even get to see how you execute it and the different ways that you're doing it, or the different materials that you're using, it's more knowledge that, I didn't have before when I walked through that door. So I walked out with a lot of, just face to face. So it was really, really good. So ladies and gentlemen, get on it. Y'all are gonna love it.
Yeah, and we're keeping these classes small because something you said, Natanya, it was the fact that, and I didn't realize how much I got out of this, but when we had time at the press or we had time at the table, you all are asking you whatever has been like burning on your brain, and you finally get a chance to get in front of us and ask these questions. That was a big part of the workshop that I didn't even take into account would be helpful. So when you have somebody right next to you, you can pick your brain, you can pick the brain of and one of us, me, E, or Q, and ask about, okay, pricing, ask about, well, what do I do if a customer does this and I'm trying to, display that, or whatever the scenario is, like whatever came off the top of your head, we were able to really give you our honest and immediate feedback. And that's something we don't get to do a lot when it is such a large group and we're answering random questions and that sort of thing. So that was nice. It was really a good feel to feel like we were catering to some of your concerns that had probably been sitting on your brain for the longest. So that's why we like to keep the classes small, so that we can have that type of interaction with you all. So that was fun for me.
Yeah, I utilized it, all of it. I used Q, Erica, Shannon. Look, I was like, let's keep going around this table as the questions came. I'm like, look, let me come to you real quick.
And y'all kept the notes going, like whatever we talked about. When I tell you that it was just random stuff. Okay, well, what's that board that you have there, or what's that foam stuff that you have on top of the board? I'm like, oh, well, that's our Nomex, and the Nomex has these properties that allow you to have the material expand into the shirt. You're like, where you get it from? How much it costs? How can I get it? And I could see you all like immediately like on the phones, either taking notes or ordering right then and there, or the Teflon, the rolls of Teflon, the wide format, those sort of things. So I'm taking into account all of those things too, because if you feel like those are essentials, then we need to be able to present those to the masses and say, hey, this is what everybody's so excited about, this damn roll of Teflon over here. So and I'm happy that you all got a chance to ask those questions and to show that excitement, because now it shows us what we need to disseminate to everyone else as well.
Yeah, y'all ladies are amazing, and I appreciate y'all time and effort and what y'all put into this. It was a really great weekend, and when I left, I was calling my husband like, look, I learned this. You got all of that. It was really, really, really a good experience, and I appreciate it.
Amazing. At least y'all had something to take home too, so you can prove to your husbands, hey, I was working.
I did something.
Drinking mimosas and chit chatting and gossiping. We was working. I'm sure he knew that because of how tired you were when you got back.
Oh, I went eat, bed, back to bed. So I definitely, whenever the next class come out, whether that's in Jacksonville, I am here for it.
Amen. And make sure, y'all thank your spouses and your families who pretty much, let y'all have this weekend. I know we don't get that time often away from our families to really focus on work, and it's a big deal. So y'all make sure y'all show appreciation to the families for giving you your little time, because sometimes we need that little me time, and y'all definitely made the maximum use of that time.
Oh, yes. All right, ladies, I appreciate y'all.
All right, love. Thank you so much. We appreciate you, Tanya.
Thanks, Tanya.
Tell Erica I'm going to be in her inbox in 5 minutes.
Erica heard it. You heard it. Oh, there she goes. All right, love. See you later. All right, love. So I'm so glad we got a chance to talk about things, get y'all acquainted. I'm going to show you what it's like to go and enroll in this class right now. It's really simple. Let me grab the link though. And that's what I was supposed to be doing. Y'all, I can't multitask. I was supposed to be finding this link like when we first started talking. I got to talking, and look at where we are. Still don't have that link. Let me go grab it for you though. Let's do. And this one is for, make sure you sign up for the right one. There are several. And I think I disabled the one from 710, so no one mistakenly selects that one. But you want to do the one that's for 717 is for the workshop where we do everything but the swimsuit, and the 718 is for the swimsuit workshop. So let me. Oh, I got to put it on here. There it is. There's the link there. And if you happen to sign up for both classes, so if you sign up for class number 1, it's $200. The Sunday class, so the Saturday class is $200, Sunday class is $200. If you sign up for both, it'll, after you sign up for one, it will give you an option to take $25 off of the second class. So make sure you utilize that one. And yeah, let us know where you want us to come. We have plans to come to Atlanta, Charleston. We talked about going to Louisiana, Texas, and some other places along the way too. You know, pretty much making our way to the major areas on the maps. But we need your help in knowing where to go. Where would be best to set up. If you have a current business that will be able to support a small class of maybe 15 students, then we are willing to come to that establishment and do the workshop there, so that it also highlights that establishment that can be in connection with Innate Lab and be a part of our network. Oh yeah, Chicago, definitely. That's where Erica is. So we got to represent for her home place. Augusta, I don't know what is close to Augusta, Georgia. I don't think Augusta is close to Atlanta, but if we're in, I think Atlanta is going to be our Georgia stop. So if you can make it to Atlanta, then that'll be cool. Now in Jacksonville, we're, you know, North Florida. Basically, where we are is not even down to Jacksonville. It's actually north of Jacksonville, Yulee. So it's really like right where the Georgia and Florida border kind of happen. So if you're able to make the Jacksonville, that might be, you know, maybe a decent drive as well. So that one is happening this Saturday and this Sunday. And then what we'll do is every month we'll try to do at least one in Jacksonville. And we're going to kind of pop up and do some traveling. So maybe once a month. I'm not promising once a month we'll do one, but I'm looking forward to making that plan of doing once a month in a different area other than Jacksonville. All right, we got another Chicago-y. So definitely Chicago's going to have to be on that map.
Look like Chicago's representing.
I see. And Vegas, yeah, Vegas is another one that we've gotten plenty of requests. And I myself just want to go to Vegas. So we got to make that interesting somehow. And this is what I want you all to understand too. The reason why we're calling these like destination workshops is because we're hoping that that when you plan to do these workshops, that you're going to a place that you may want to visit, maybe even vacation anyhow. And you want to talk to your tax advisor, your CPA, but for the most part, a general rule is if you're going to travel somewhere, if you're there for at least 40% for work, then you can write off that trip. So if you've been wanting to come to Florida to the beaches and see something and get some of this, you know, this beach air and sun on your back, then come on to Florida. And I promise you, we will work the mess out of you, your 40% of whatever your travel is for that duration. So we're doing a full workshop on Saturday and Sunday. So if you were to come down for a weekend and spend the majority of your time doing 40% of your time doing the workshop, and also maybe taking some of that and working on your homework after that effect, then you are meeting your requirements for that travel. And then the next day, you and your family can enjoy the beaches, and it's still a business trip. The travel that took you to get here is still business related. And that's what we want to start putting in the mindset of our entrepreneurs, because we aren't just crafters, we really are business folk. And we have to understand how businesses work and how we're able to not just take off time and spend money on a vacation, but how we're able to utilize that to grow our businesses, to grow our brand, and its potential write-offs. So I would love to be able to bring it to you all. But even if you have to travel, please understand you should be able to write that off for your business. All right. Louisiana or Atlanta, Miss Sexy MS, you should be able to meet us at either one of those locations. Yeah, I think we'll do Louisiana and Atlanta, and then once we get a bona fide circuit, we may add additional stops, like because Mississippi is probably halfway between Louisiana and Florida, so we might add a Mississippi trip once we've kind of made our first major go round. Okay, you'll come to Chicago from Milwaukee. All right, Julia. And Julia said earlier that she does stones, and she hasn't lost a stone in over 6 years. So Julia knows what she's doing.
And look, I can see the captain at the wheel, and there's some chairs too.
Sounds good. All right, so Columbia, South Carolina is 45 minutes, and Atlanta is an hour and a half. So Ellis Fix, definitely you should be able to, between one of the dates that we choose between South Carolina and Atlanta, hopefully none of it conflicts with your schedule, we should be able to see you at one of those. Ohio. So what's close to Ohio? Because I see a couple of y'all talking about Ohio, and I'm trying to think of what is near there that would be a good stop. So make sure y'all go to the Innate Creators Facebook page. There's a map on there, and I want y'all to tell me where you want us to go. So basically, the more votes we get for a place, the more likely we are to show up at that place. All right. All right, so I didn't want to hold y'all long tonight. I really wanted to just explain to you all where you can go to register for the class. If y'all had any questions about what you were going to learn or what you wanted to learn, we just wanted to address those and let you know that there are limited seats, and pretty much when the seats fill up, we'll close down the enrollment, and we are ready to do what we can do to help you take your business to the next level. So just a real quick run over what we're doing. We're going to have to extend this to 5 because last time we thought we were going to be done at 4. We didn't get done till 5. So this day 1 is action packed. Okay, so I'll probably update that to be 5 just to be more realistic, because we do take a lunch break in the middle and we provide lunch for you. So yes, you'll be doing the all over shirt press. We'll do the split print and press method. Then we're going to do a very beginner-friendly Photoshop session where you're going to be designing your own license plate. We're going to sublimate socks with the taco method to really get you into that concept of how easy socks can be to sublimate. We'll sublimate the license plate that you designed so you can put it on your vehicle as soon as you leave. We'll have a little koozie that hopefully we can do that koozie as well. And of course, the bling rhinestones that are going to go on top of the sublimation print. That is the 13 by 19. And finally, the fade off sleeves for that method. We're going to show you how you can press 2 sleeves at one time, fold them into the middle of the platen, and be able to have a really cool design that usually takes 4 presses. You can get it done in 2 presses. Okay. And the swimwear cut and sew course is on Sunday. It is a dedicated day. You're going to need that time. You're going to need that dedicated opportunity to talk about everything from the sublimation process to the fabric to the fiber to the how you set up your machine, how you thread your bobbin. You're actually going to thread your bobbin in class, all of that good stuff. So the swimwear session is an additional fee, is an additional class, but I just want you all to know that it is beginner friendly and that class is packed as well with information. All right. So yeah, it looks like we got to do Chicago. Chicago is really representing today. So we got to do Chicago, E. So be ready to host me. You see, we got to, let's see, Indiana. It's only an hour from Chicago, so we got some folks willing to travel to see us.
Oh, really?
Yes. So
I can't see the chat. So.
Oh, okay. So it says Chicago. I'm in Indiana, but only an hour away from Chicago. A few other people have said Chicago so far. So yeah, we got to make Chicago happen.
Yeah, you getting lots of love for Chicago.
They ready for you. They're ready to be all in your inbox. If y'all don't know, that's one of our little running jokes for E, because she handles everything. She is my left and right hand when it comes to this Facebook group thing, and she has been phenomenal. But y'all be in her inbox. And she's
I
been
don't
handling
mind.
it.
I don't mind.
She says she don't mind, y'all, but I appreciate her so much, because I could not handle all of the. You want to say hey? What you eating? Okay, my nephew just wanted to say hey. Say hey.
Hi.
All right. Well, just finish meeting, okay? I'll come check on you in a bit.
Okay.
All right. Love you.
Love you too.
Right.
And call me when you're about to say bye.
Okay, I'll call you when I say bye. They know that's when they can bother me. As soon as they hear bye, they're like, "You're done." All right. You know what, Levi? Come on here. Tell your sister she can come too. If she want to go down there with Erica and say bye, she can. So yeah, I kidnapped E. Oh my God, y'all just don't know. We've been pulling this together for y'all, and it's been an adventure, but a good one. We have been learning ourselves, our teaching styles, what it takes to pull this type of stuff together, and it ain't easy, but we appreciate y'all for supporting. All right, Yolanda said she's going to be bringing 2 others with her. Okay, to Chicago. We coming to Chicago then. We're going to make that happen.
She's good.
Okay. All right, so y'all know what time it is. I had to call my nephew in to help me out with this one. And I just want to say, appreciate you all. We love you dearly. We can't wait till the next time we can physically meet up, which should be this weekend. But we'll keep you updated on future dates and locations. But until next time, bye.
Wait,
What?
before you do that,
What?
I'm going to tell him about my gum story.
Oh, Levi. Go ahead. They can see your gum story. Go ahead. Just smile for him one time. Okay, so he lost a tooth last night. And I was y'all had me so tired. I didn't even care about the baby losing the tooth. I was like, oh, I'm halfway asleep. Go show your daddy. Anyways, we'll see y'all later. Bye.